What's going on, everybody? We have in store an amazing match. It's going to be between Mayhem and Le Bataillon de Batards. Both here in the semifinals. Winner of this match will be going on to the championship to face off against Latin Force. They are getting started, so we're going to hop right on out into the action. Again, I hope everything works well for all the viewers at home. I changed a few things up. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. First of all, we need to get the game up. Why is there no game? Oh. This is already... Sorry, they started pretty quick. As soon as they got that 10, they booted right up. I don't know why the game is not showing. Transparency, specific, it's capturing the game. Oh, I may just need to capture my screen then. Sorry, but I don't know why all of a sudden the game's not going. Jeez. Very sorry about this. Is capture specific window, onward, match title, all that's, everything's good, and it's just not capturing it. I'll just throw a new window capture in there. Okay. I'm just capturing my screen. I don't know what happened. Hopefully we're getting sound. We are at a 4v5 right now. Sorry, I got that situated. You are going to see two of them pushing down in the west. Meanwhile, the other three coming down from this east side. Is going to be a nice pinch if they do time this right, which seems to be they are trying to pull something like that off. But Playboy Nug is going to spot Mithril peeking through this, and yes, James is correct. Myth did not watch out. But while this is going on, the other two of Mayhem going to make it across the center street in the west. Here in Playboy Nug being a human radar of sorts. Nice setup that we're seeing here from Battalion. They're going to have two set up on the south end of the OBJ. I like this. You know, that because a lot of times one of that south, you have one in the south, they usually get overtaken by the team wrapping around. Got a Shinobi finding Oaks there underneath scaffolding. Is going to take this now to a 4v3. And it's showing that it's frozen on my screen. I don't know what is going on all of a sudden.
We're coming by tank for sure.
Why would it be frozen? I'm sorry, guys. James does take out Playboy Nug there in the southwest as he approaches around from the east. Now a 3v3. Again, two of Battalion in the south, one right on the OBJ. Do have two of them. Two of Mayhem pushing from the west side now to that center street. I'm going to try and commentate it while I am getting this fixed. I hope a new game capture. Maybe that game capture messed up. Full screen, allow transparency. Smoke out from James on the north side. It's not even, everything's frozen. I don't know what. I know. I guess they're not hearing me. I know it's a black screen again. If you hear me, I'm trying to work on it. You know what? I'm just going to cut to intermission. I don't know why nothing is working. Everything's frozen. That window capture shouldn't be frozen like that. It should be showing what that window is. Ghost taking out, got a Shinobi. It is a 2v1. They are surrounding Valix there in the south. But the cap, no, they ran out of time. Yeah, we're gonna sit here while I try to get this figured out. I don't know, again, why this is, why it's all of a sudden messing up. I don't do anything on, anyway, yeah, it should not be messing up at all. At least not to this degree. See, it's back to, I do a game capture. Basic OBS. Let's try display capture then. Might be a better way of going about it. I don't know why it's not capturing the game though. All right, that's moving around. We got movement. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know why all that was happening. This should be good. Yeah, the only thing is you are going to be picking up anything that pops up on my screen. But whatever we can do to get y'all the gameplay. Again, I changed some stuff hoping that it would make the ability to watch it without... A lot of people were complaining that they had to lower the resolution to watch it. I mean, again, usually that's on their side of the connection. When I watch, I don't have to lower the resolution, but I know that works for other people. And it seemed a lot of people were complaining about that, so I wanted to get it changed up so everyone could watch it in the manner they saw fit. But I may have ultimately... Great angle here from Oaks, all the way down that east side of Kiot Market. That is an amazing angle. We are going to see James pushing up on the east side. Does find Chawi, but gets picked off by him crossing that center street. And Chawi getting danger close to the OBJ now. Is going to get the defense moving around as they hear his footsteps, but as he comes around the corner, is going to get found by Ghost, now making this a 4v3. We're seeing a nice defensive setup here by Mayhem. Not getting too far off the OBJ other than James, who was pushed out in the east, and Myth, who's down there in the west, watching that west push. Down there in the south, sorry. Now I'm hoping this resolution will make it better. I know that I want to try to explain to y'all that the movement might make it blurry with what I did, and we'll see. Hopefully it's well enough that y'all can follow along at home. Playboy Nug taking out Oaks, I believe. Where was he pushing from? I think he was pushing from across the Kiot, possibly following that same path that Chawi did. Oh, and he's going to trade with Ghost. Oh no, he took out Oaks on defense. So yeah, now it's a 2v2. We're seeing Jordan and Valix over there northeast. So yeah, I don't think this helped at all. Again, I apologize to everyone at home. I know how annoying stuff like this can be for everyone watching, especially when you just want to watch some Onward. You know, I'm the same way. I want to watch this Onward go down. These two great teams battling it out here in the semifinals. trying to make it to that championship match against Latin Force. Thanks for that follow, KS. That's huge coming out, especially with the technical difficulties that we're having. Again, this is all on my part, nothing on the part of VREL. I should test this a little bit sooner before actually booting up the match, but time got away from me, as it does most people. So again, I apologize. Hope we are having a great evening, great day. Battalion looking to take up 2 now here, as we are going to see Velix pushing around there in the south. If Myth is not careful, he has crashed back to the OBJ side of things, knowing that he is one of 2 defenders left. But Haywire, I think Haywire is going to have the better angle here on Jourdain. Myth is not worrying about the south at all, as he, you know, he doesn't need to. He's here on the OBJ. 1 of 2. Oh, but Haywire unable to land the shots, and that great nade
Yellow one,
thrown out for Jourdain is going to drop Haywire, but Myth gets the refrag.
One left.
Now, if Myth is not careful, Velix will have an angle there from the south. He does. He spots him, and he takes him out, giving Le Bataillon de Batards their 2nd win. Not sure if I caught that replay in time. I don't even think replays are going to be working right now. All right. Back here to the tent. I'm hoping it is working for y'all. Oh, I hate that Twitch always gives me an ad. I'm trying to watch the stream, see where it's at. Got caught up in everything. I'm not watching the stream, making sure that it does even have movement. I mean, on my side it does. It's showing movement. Again, sorry about that. Like, it was showing movement, and then all of a sudden it was frozen. Anyway, thanks. Okay, we see Smile for Kill Cam, aka Squid God, out there letting me know that it is indeed fixed. Hopefully well enough that, again, everyone at home can follow along and enjoy this Onward that is about to take place. Battalion going up now 2 against Mayhem here on Bazaar. Only the first map, so definitely a few OBJs that they can definitely bring this back on. Mayhem going on the offense now. None of my hotkeys are working now either. What? This is weird. All right, so I just got to do everything manually. No worries. Gonna see those shots going out there from Mayhem across the street. I think they may have spotted Shinobi pushing to the west there in the north side. He's gonna be holding this angle while Myth eventually will come up on the side of him. Seen a few of them holding back in the spawn. Just is watching for any of Battalion to get aggressive, as we are definitely seeing one do so, but it's going to be in an angle that they aren't watching right now. And if they're not careful, Charlie for sure will be getting that pick, but I think he's possibly be holding here at that center street. Good spot to hold there. Haywire may have spotted him. No, he didn't. Thought maybe he spotted him, gave the call out to the team, let him be. You know, don't give your position away that you are crossing in the west, especially if they have not seen you yet, but I don't think he did spot them. 3 minutes, 30 seconds into this third round. Shinobi is about to get some action here. Now, I like how Mayhem did this. They pushed up, let a couple of them clear it while the others held back, watched for the flank, made sure no one's going to be coming up, being aggressive. And after these two cleared it, they are now joining the rest of their team. Possibly looking like Ghost still watching for that flank. Shinobi, no doubt, hearing the footsteps around him.
It's good.
He's staying quiet. Mid calling out that it's good, but one left. One corner not checked, and Shinobi, because of that, is going to get two taken out of Mayhem. Now Oaks running back to try and get this refrag. But the nade from James almost landing on Shinobi. Flash going out from Shinobi. Shinobi gets himself a third and a fourth as he trades with James. James only going to be down though, so definitely can get that res from Ghost. But Shinobi, if he's giving these call-outs...
They're probably pushing us. They're probably pushing.
Yes, I was going to say the same thing. If he gave those call-outs, you got to be expecting a couple of the defenders to push. Shinobi, great job. Again, got to check all the corners.
I heard you say he's not there. Could be one in the window. Watch out, one in the window.
I know. I just saw him.
Great eye. How did James spot that from here? Unless he... That's just how we know how good of a player James is. Doesn't even need to see that there's someone in the window, but he knows there's someone in the window. Because he knows what he would do if something like that happened. You rotate, you pinch them, you start cutting off the map, keep them trapped. And what better angle to do so than that balcony or window there from Kiat, as we see taking place. A minute left. And that has kept Mayhem stuck there in the northwest. Now it is the Kiat OBJ. They are pretty close. It's right inside there. If they get past Playboy right now, it's possible they can get in for the cap. Ghost is going to make it across. Playboy not able to land the shots. Smoke's going out. Nades going out from the last two of Mayhem as we hit the 38-second mark. Chawi and Chawi's going to take out James. Ghost gets the refrag onto Chawi. Ghost with the flick onto Playboy. 30 seconds left. He's clearing it out, going into what he hopes is going to be a cap for his team, but he's poking out too much, I think. Oh no, Jourdain not going to spot him, and the cap goes out just in time. Mayhem tying it up. Wow, what looked like a for sure win from Battalion ends up getting turned around by the last two attackers for Mayhem, and they get the cap to tie it up. Why aren't my... All right. I forgot my hotkeys aren't working. Get to the tank. Get Mayhem's well-deserved 2 points on the board. And we are now at a tie game. And Mayhem taking Volk advantage. What that means is if you win your Volk rounds, you will win the map. Just win your Volk rounds and you will win the map. But let's see what's about to happen. It is now going to be their turn to defend this OBJ. This OBJ is known for being capped on from many different angles. I think just... I think it was Jourdain that was there at the fountain. Just didn't have quite the best angle. Ghost was down low, kind of behind the OBJ with the sight line that Jourdain was holding. Valix did end up running up behind him, but a split second too late, and Ghost was able to get those numbers in and get that cap out. There's the beeps. We are going to be hopping back out to the action. Let's see how Mayhem
There's a really good spot.
can defend this OBJ. Sorry, if you hear me pause, I'm pausing it in thought. Or I get distracted for a split second. All right, we are going to see Battalion getting that southwest spawn. Jourdain already spotting some, throwing shots out. We're going to see Oaks working on a huge flank. That can be devastating here for Battalion if he's not caught quickly. Haywire throwing some shots down, not realizing that Playboy Nug is here right on the other side. Jourdain already into the front of Kiat Market. Again, don't take your eyes off of Oaks over there in the west. Jourdain does spot James, takes him out. Playboy pushing on to Haywire, is going to get found by Haywire, but Charlie does get that quick refrag. And Oaks, there from the west side, now going to stop this Battalion push because they cannot allow someone to flank up behind them. What looked like they were about to push in here from the west to the OBJ, but Shinobi finds Oaks, takes out that west push. It is now a 2v3. Myth and Ghost versus this Battalion offense. Chawi finding Ghost in the back. Myth upstairs on Kiat is going to run back down, knowing he's last alive, not going to allow a cap, and ends up trading with Chawi, running back to OBJ, giving Battalion their third win in almost just a minute and a half. You can see the difference in play styles there. Battalion going right at the OBJ, taking those shots, getting those kills. And Mayhem being a little bit more methodical as they clear out each section and allow the rest of their teams to push on again, though. But that methodical play was no match for Shinobi being a ninja there in the north, as we've seen. But Battalion answering back for that cap. Now 1 away. They have now obtained Volk advantage, and they are 1 away from getting the win. My bad. These transitions are going to take a minute. I keep forgetting. For some reason, my hotkeys are not working anymore. There's something funky going on here. I possibly just need to restart my computer. Again, I hope it's okay for y'all at home. I'm watching on the stream. It actually looks like maybe this is how I should. No, see how it degrades a little bit there on the movement. But as long as y'all are able to watch, follow along, that's what matters to me. Oh, I forgot. All right, hopping back out. It is going to be that east side OBJ, the one on the tank.
They're going to be tacked against the right blue.
Charlie going far on the flank in the south. James trying to clear out that blue room, although it is interesting to see that they did not put any defenders. It's a very meta spot because of how well it holds off that north. But they opted not to put anyone there. They have already lost a teammate, though. Looks like it was Playboy Nug. Haywire possibly going to end up spotting Chawi over there in the west, but Chawi instead spots Haywire. Now evening it up in a 4v4. We're going to see 2 of Mayhem pushing on this east side. Looks like Oak standing back, making sure they don't get flanked.
There's one there still. Pushing.
Ghost.
-1, Lima 4. Flank.
Does take out Chawi. That is huge for Mayhem because now they can continue their push, their advance. Not worrying about getting found from behind, but if he's not careful, Valix holding that angle all the way across to the west. will spot Ghost. No, it looks like he's going to end up teaming back up with the rest of his Marsakians here. And Oaks taking out Valix, getting a little peeky there on that container. Really did not need a peek there. And Oaks getting himself another pick onto Shinobi. It is now a 4v1. Maxime, last alive on OBJ. This one is devastating. You cannot get shot from the other side. You can shoot from the side he was on and shoot through, but you can't get shot through those boards. And on the rotation, making sure he was not going to be getting capped on. Does get found in the trade, and that will get Mayhem their third win. Taking back that Volk advantage. Now at a deciding round number 7. Well, it's not technically round 7 as we did have a cap from Mayhem, but it is the deciding round. Next win takes the map. Let's hop back to the tent, get their point on the board. Let's see if there's a way that my my menu doesn't pop up like that each time I have to switch. Woo! I mean, again, it looked, before that cap went out, it really looked like Battalion was going to take it. But you cannot count Mayhem out. Never. Everyone knows in Onward how well of a team they are. They're top tier, master, diamond, whatever may have you, whatever, you know, label you want to put out there on them. They are a great team. So you cannot ever count them out. I apologize for doing so. And now we are here at a deciding round. Next win takes it. Mayhem, I have no doubt, will be holding tight on the OBJ. We're going to see Oaks. Oaks has been the one that they send out on the flank, on the wider angle, it seems like. Clearing out that east market, but unfortunately for Battalion, they are going to get the further spawn. Let's see Chawi and Shinobi poking across that west side. It's 1-2. They are counting.
Yeah, they're over there. They're over there by camp.
Counting the jiggles, making sure.
I don't think I killed him.
Shots going out. None gonna find their mark. I think those came, no, not from James.
-1 north.
Ghost.
-1 north. Lima 4.
On this defensive hold here in the north, will find one pushing up into that north pathway. Now making it a 5v4 in favor of Mayhem as we approach 4 minutes left.
Okay.
Battalion, realizing they have lost a teammate, are going to be holding up, changing up how they approach this. Charlie crossing this lower center street. Look how they are forming here. 2 on one side, 2 on the other. And with the, if you get good smokes, you block that view, and the view from the north, you're just right in there. Oh, let's see how this plays out. I've seen this OBJ get capped a few times on a push like this, and I've always been in awe.
Yeah, I'm watching. I can watch that entrance. I'm watching.
But Oaks on the south end does find Shinobi. Charlie quickly looking for that refrag. Is going to spot him and gets it. Like a search and destroy missile, he finds his target, eliminates him, and is now sitting at a 4v3. You see a couple smokes used there. He is going to not let any smoke go to waste. Looking for that, throw it. Smoke out to where James was, although James is on the rotation after throwing that nade out. And if Charlie's not careful, oh no, he's rotating back. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Playboy Nug with a nice angle here on the scaffolding. Possibly going to be spotting James there in the back moving around. Had that been cooked just a tad longer, that may have airburst right onto Nug's face, but is not going to find its mark. I was wondering what happened to Charlie. Charlie going to be clearing out that south, especially after losing a teammate there to a south defender. But Jourdain, I don't think is going to be ready for this. Haywire spots Charlie pushing around there from the southwest as James takes out Playboy and Ghost takes out Jourdain. In a matter of seconds, they cleared out the rest of those attackers and gives Mayhem their first map win here in our semifinals. There is your kill count. Let's see if I move this. All right, I'm going to try something real quick. So yeah, see, it still pops up. I think I need to switch what screen is my main screen. First, let's get their winning point on the board. As we go now to our second map, Downfall, we are going to be needing 2 rehosts here. I know sometimes there's some weird glitch now with Onward. When you exit back to the menu, it'll just make it to where like you have no input. But y'all don't care about that. So while this is taking place, let's hit y'all with one of our amazing sponsors ads here, B Haptics. Again, thank you to all our sponsors helping us out here in the VREL and allowing us to put on these competitions for all of you competitors at home. Thank you for that follow. All right. Again, thank you to our sponsors. We are about to start, so let's get on out there. Oh, Steve, let me know who won. That's unfortunate. I was going, of course, for the Cowboys. Oh, I forget. My hotkeys don't work.
One more time, boys. One more time.
All right, here we go. Mayhem. Run into their defensive positions. We are going to see that battalion gets that northeastern spawn. We are working on this Hilo Bungalow, OBJ west side. Downfall, a little bit bigger of a map. y'all did not see it, but time limit did run out there on the first round of Bazaar. That was from the side of Mayhem. So let's see how, if that ends up happening again. Again, the time utilization changes dramatically on this map. Chawi spots James there in 2-story of Hilo 2-story. That will allow him to push on up to lower red. Again, for those at home, it is called lower red because there is a red truck here between both the upper and lower portions. Now, while Chawi is doing this, Ghost spots Valix there in the south. I was about to comment on his push through the south, and as I do so, he does get found. Chawi making a huge rotation here in the northwest. Is going to be able to take out Oaks on the OBJ. That is a huge pick here for Battalion. That essentially clears up the OBJ. Haywire, though, has a decent angle, but if he's smoked out, that's a straight shot for 2 of these attackers to hit that OBJ. We are approaching 3 minutes now left in this first round. I forgot none of my, I was going to throw up that scoreboard for y'all, but it is not currently working. No worries. If y'all are just joining us, Mayhem took map number 1 in a 4-3 victory. So they are looking to close it out here in map number 2 and take themselves to that championship round against Latin Force. But if Battalion have anything to say about that, they will indeed win this map and take us to a 3rd map decider. Chawi throwing shots out there from the northwest, possibly to just divert their attention, allowing Playboy to push on up. Mithril, though, does get spotted there in Center Hotel by God of Shinobi. That'll be a huge pick there for Battalion if they can get this. While this is going on, Jourdain is continuing that push from Valix there through the southwest. As Shinobi does take out Myth, it is now a 2v4. OBJ has a lot of openings on it. Smoke out as Haywire and Playboy do trade. That's going to open up this west side for the OBJ to get capped on in a 2.5v1. Ghost, realizing he is last alive, is going to have to crash back to this OBJ, but coming out of Hotel is going to get found by Jourdain here in the southwest part of the map, giving Battalion their first win, Marslock win, obtaining that Volk advantage. There is your kill count. Let's hop back to the 10. Get their point on the board. That was great job there. Running out, not allowing the cap. You know, that's got to have that tablet awareness, especially on this map. You can be in a defensive spot that is just a little too far away to get back in time to prevent the cap. So if you can, just run out there and die. You know, everybody, we all hate to do it. You know, because we think, oh, well, maybe I'll be the exception. I can clutch it. No, don't. Just don't. Not when the risks are this high. Just go out there, die. Make sure they only get 1 point, not 2. And that is exactly what Ghost did. And now Battalion is only 3 away from taking map number 2. What's up, everyone in the chat? Snooper, Marksman, Wookie, Josh, Steve James, Tim, Wolf God. We see you out there. Squid God, a.k.a. Smile for Kill Cam. How you doing? Mr. Death even stopping on in. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, watching this amazing match being put on here by these two teams. There is the beeps. We are getting ready to start back up. Now, Battalion on the defensive side of this OBJ. Mayhem definitely going to be looking to get a cap, get that one up on the other team, and that much closer to victory. Looks like they are going to be getting that same spawn as Battalion did last round. See how they push this. Haywire going to be holding these lines and making sure none of Battalion gets aggressive on defense. Ghost going to be the one pushing through the south. Meanwhile, James and Myth taking that north approach. Myth possibly spotting Playboy down there, letting some shots out. In fact, does spot him, but Playboy gets out of the way and returns fire and drops Myth.
We lost that flash shooting him. He didn't have wall crack yet.
James now alone here on this north approach. I think he's going to be joined by Haywire there. But Chawi, look at this position that Chawi has in White House. This is going to be tough for Mayhem to get past. Especially if James exposes himself over there, here to the south side.
Yeah, hold on.
Playboy, we have seen rotated into the second story. In just a bit of a better angle there. Already at 3 minutes. Again, I mentioned Mayhem did run out of time that first round on Bazaar. Chawi takes out 2 here in the south. It is now a 2v5. And the last 2 for Mayhem are a bit spread apart. Haywire desperately looking for that refrag so he can continue this push as we do go just under 3 minutes. But Chawi, being the heat-seeking missile that he is going to be pushing out there. Smart job on the replenish and continues his hunt. Throwing a couple shots possibly to divert that attention. Haywire, though, is going to spot him. And does get that kill on Chawi, clearing out that south flank. Now, as we're approaching 2 minutes. Oh, nice job. We see double the hold there on the OBJ. Calling out James's position there in upper red. It's going to be hard for James to get out of there with all the angles that are being held on him. But while that is happening, Haywire possibly can be sneaking up here from the south side. As we see everybody, all of Battalion is focused on James. And here comes Haywire. Just getting to upper dumpster. Now you can't really stop too long like this. A minute and a half left. And I think Battalion is going to hold tight. They're not going to get peaky anymore. You know, they sent the one out there, Chawi. He did his job, did it well. And now as we approach a minute, Battalion just has to hold tight. And the Shinobi hearing the footsteps behind him. How did he get downstairs so fast? From inside. Oh, Shinobi with the turn onto James. As James does spot him, tries to land the shots, can't quite connect. Shinobi goes to flash out. Does get caught by Haywire. Haywire now with only 30 seconds left. And quickly spotted by Valix there from that OBJ building. Giving Battalion now, once again, 2 up on Mayhem. Now, we saw this in the first map. Battalion was 2 up. Third round. It looked like they were going to take it with Shinobi taking out 3 of Mayhem. But then Mayhem tapped. Oh, I need to change those names up top. Sorry about that. Just noticing. There we go. So yeah, it's, again, you cannot count any of these teams out ever. They just need that one opportunity to take advantage of, and all of a sudden the tides are turned and they're right back in it. But right now, Battalion going up 2 on map number 2 against Mayhem, and I think the lobby just crashed. Way to go, Onward. Your features are amazing. Now, this has happened a few times when we are casting a Proteus match. They were able to get it sorted out fairly quickly. Hoping the same will be true here. Again, we are going to drop you to a couple of ads, possibly an intermission while we get this sorted out, because we got to get the right OBJ on the right side. And then if that OBJ ends up popping up again, and possibly that is going to be another rehost. Mr. Death, I know you're out there. You got connections. Let them know. No, but, you know, it happens. It happens. So, yeah, let's hit you out to, again, a few of our sponsors. This first one going to be OnwardVR, giving out those Wasp 3 stocks to our winners, which that championship match will be the winner of this match against Latin Force. Latin Force obtaining that position a couple of days ago against Proteus. Whoever wins this match, whether it be Mayhem or Le Battalion, will be going on to face Latin Force in the championship. You know, actually, while I have y'all here and we figure this out, let me see. You know what? No, we're good. Yeah, we'll throw you to our sponsors real quick while we get this sorted. Thank y'all, everybody, for hanging out and sticking with us through all of the little hiccups here. You know, this is our first season, but that is no excuse. So again, thank you, everybody. Glad to have y'all with us. We will be right back. How's it going? We do have the map back up. So they should, everyone looks like they are hopping back into the round. We should be getting going here very shortly. Just quick note, in case y'all don't know, we're really excited at the VRL to announce that we will be hosting our Echo VR finals in the Vertex Stadium. This is taking place January 28th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. I highly, highly recommend that you do get into this, even if you aren't an Echo player or a fan. I think this is going to be what the future of esports entertainment is really going to be about. If you haven't heard of that, what Vertex is, check out our latest episode of the esports report. Nutmeg talks about it a bit there. So yeah, definitely give that a check. Tune in. It's going to take place January 28th. Again, our Echo VR finals in the Vertex Stadium. But there are the beeps. We are hopping back on out and getting back into it. It looks like we are going to head to East Stables OBJ here. Battalion getting that west spawn. Not really a quick spawn, but I think it's one of the better ones. I like pushing from the southwest side. Oh, Oaks. This is going to be a big defensive position here in favor of Mayhem, no doubt. These ones that are real far off meta type of stuff usually work in the favor of that team. We're seeing more or less a 4-person push here from the South Valley. Not taking it as aggressive as we have seen, but again, this is downfall. So you got many sight lines, many angles from countless possibilities that you just, you need to make sure that it's clear before you push on in there. Again, speaking of Oaks' position, we're going to see Chawi pushing through the middle there. Has made himself up to upper red. And Oaks, again, as I said, great position. Does find himself a pick onto Battalion, but Felix was looking for him. Instead, Oaks is going to be able to get that pickup now, getting himself 2 onto this Battalion attacking team. James may have spotted Chawi getting into upper red here. Oaks working on getting himself a 3rd pick.
One more in Valley. I can't peek him anymore.
Does give the call out, but knows that he's spent. He's spotted. They know for sure exactly where he is. He is pinned down behind this Humvee. See Chawi trying to help his team advance, because I mean Oaks is essentially stopping that push there in Marsoc Twins, and if he can't get cleared out, Chawi spots and takes out James. I mean, most of the defense is on the north side. I see Playboy throwing some shots. Does know Oaks is still back there. Again, just him being here is stopping the push from Battalion, as we are already under 2 minutes. Look at him throwing his tablet up.
I'm not losing. Man, all my lights are on.
That can work wonders. They see it, they'll throw some shots through. Again, he's just trying to keep their attention over here. Shinobi clearing out some meta spots there on Marsoc Twins, if you're wondering what that pre-fire was.
Where are they south? Can you tell me anymore?
And Oaks gets himself
I just killed
another.
I just killed another one.
But Chawi is on the hunt now, knowing that we're under a minute and he has lost another teammate. You pretty much got to assume that your team is pinned over there. They're not going to be able to help right now, especially, again, that position that Oaks had is just too strong. If Chawi can sneak up here, he takes out Myth. That's going to get Ghost. Great flash there from Ghost. Chawi definitely going to be blind. And Oaks, as well as Ghost with that nade, do take out Chawi. It is now all up to Playboy. Playboy finally clearing out Oaks. Just under 10 seconds, right at 10 seconds. Takes, and he clutches it. He just clutched it up, giving Battalion their third straight win here on Downfall. Wow. Like, oh my, I thought for sure Mayhem was going to take that. The time was running down. I mean, he got that in 7 seconds. Great job, Battalion. Way to just stay in the fight. You know, even especially after Chawi went down, you may think like, oh, you know, if you're Playboy running up there, you're like, oh no, I don't have enough time. I'm not going to do this. But, you know, you don't think like that. Keep that winning attitude and you go in and do amazing things as we just saw happen. Now, Battalion sitting one away from taking map number 2 and taking this to a third map decider. Again, unlike VRML, we do best of 3 maps. So if you win the first 2, you don't have to play the third. You can play it if you want to. You know, the teams usually discuss amongst themselves if they want to play a third map or not. You know, you don't have to if you win those first 2. But if you trade off 1-1, then yes, of course, we're going to a third map, and that will be the deciding map. But there are the beeps. Let's hop back on out. Battalion got to be feeling good after that last round. They're going to be carrying that momentum here, see what they can do with it. James already getting a pick onto Valix.
Tower, white tower, white tower. I cannot confirm them, cannot confirm.
Jourdain definitely going to be going for that res.
Spare.
Valix has been res. It is now once again a 5v5. We're going to see Ghost and another pushing up here from South Valley.
North.
Nah, North Bravo, back call, back call, back call.
-1.
Playboy taking out Haywire. Oaks looking for that refrag.
Upper red, second floor.
Does give the call out to the team that Playboy is there in upper red. Good call out there from Oaks. You see them throwing some shots back. Mithril knowing that there's probably someone in this Marsoc tower. Slowly approaching it. Look how this Mayhem team's attacking. They're just slowly creeping up. Taking control of the south here. Yeah, Snooper, I agree. I think when they went to the comms, that's when things really started getting weird. Ghost downing Playboy Nug.
-1 upper red, -1 upper red.
He is only down, so he can still give the call outs of what he sees to the rest of his team. You know, but at that angle from that far away, it's sometimes hard to get those confirmations. Valix takes out.
We just lost 2. They're at twins. They're at twins.
Where was he at? From that Marsoc tower, he took out Myth. Oh, I wasn't going to him, sorry. Two and a half minutes left. James working on a huge flank. This is going to be very devastating for Battalion. So it looks like Mayhem more or less knows where all the defenders are. I don't think they really know about Jourdain back there or Shinobi. Shinobi has been getting peeky on that OBJ, so they may have spotted him. And now with James taking this completely different angle, they can be exposing themselves there to the north. Valix does get himself a second pickup onto Oaks. It is now a 2v4.5. Not looking great for Mayhem, but remember, Ghost and Boke were the last two alive when it looked like all hope was lost, and they got the cap. James, with a minute and a half left, is going to take up in North Hotel. He's trying to clear out that Marsoc tower, knowing that he's lost two teammates to it already. Playboy Nug possibly able to spot this.
Twins, one of them between twins.
Oh no, he's looking toward twins. So he does spot Ghost. Gonna be throwing smoke out, possibly as a diversion. Under a minute left. They have to be thinking about crashing the OBJ. Playboy, if he looked back, oh no, the hill, the terrain's going to be blocking his view to spot James. I think he just bled out.
Yeah, he just dropped. He's going for the next one.
Ghost still stuck over there in twins. 30 seconds left. It's not looking like they're going to make it to the OBJ in time, so best hope is to take out all the defenders, but if you don't have good sight lines on them, nade's going out. Chawi turns around, takes out James as Shinobi from the OBJ position, does find Ghost, and Battalion wins their 4th straight round here on Downfall. There is your kill count. And I mean, the score doesn't do it justice. It was pretty close a few rounds there. We will be rehosting again. You know, the rehost is to hopefully make it so that the game doesn't crash. But as we have seen, that's not always the case. Battalion taking map number 2 and just 2 OBJs. We now will be going to quarantine. Map decider. Whoever wins this map will be going to the championship. They will be going head-to-head with Latin Force, trying for that first place spot, trying to win it all. And the loser from tonight will be going on to the runner-up match against Proteus, fighting it, duking it out for that 3rd place position. Yeah, these little hiccups there, games crashing, mass crashing, all that. It can be very cumbersome. Cumbersome is the word? I don't know. But thankfully, it worked out more or less that we were able to find a good OBJ, find an alternate one, and didn't even need to go to a second. They are already into the 3rd map. Again, final map here. Winner takes all. Mayhem now going back onto the Marsoc inside. Now it's Le Bataillon de Batards. Des Batards. But that whole name does not fit, so I have it abbreviated just a bit. It is no disrespect to the team and their name. I can't fit it all. I hope everyone at home is having a great time, enjoying this Onward. Some great plays going down here this evening, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for hanging out and having us in your home. We do appreciate it that you would choose to be here with us. There are the beeps. We are going to be getting back out to the action. First OBJ is going to be right here on the hospital. I guess that would be what, East Side Hospital. Battalion feeling good after that map win. An essential flawless victory, or a sweep if you will.
-1.
James already
Negative, he dropped. He just hit the ground, He's up.
spotted, does call out a -1. Chawi, though, instead will take out Haywire, being a -1 for Battalion now, going up 5v4 as the first 20 seconds of the map. Looks like James is going to be the aggressor on this offense, possibly diverting attention while the rest of his team gets into position. Chawi, though, spotting him. Can't quite land the shots. We're going to see most of Mayhem going through that crash building, taking up more or less that northwestern part of the map. Just under 4 minutes.
Oh, no, I just saw him. He's in the second floor of the building behind Mall. Copy. He's Terry Jackson fucker, I tell you what.
Just leave him, guys. Go the other way.
They'll try and catch up with the
Center burning.
map first score. There you go, Snooper. Thank you for that information. Letting Finham know. What's up, Finham? Glad to have you here with us. Chawi does find Myth, but gets refragged by James.
There's another guy.
He is only going to be down, so he can give these call-outs to his teams.
Is the guy I shot?
He should be spotting him right now.
There's a guy in front of AC. Right in front of AC. They're not AC.
Off those call-outs, Playboy does get the kill from hospital roof.
Not sure.
Now a 4.5v2 in favor of Battalion. Last two at Mayhem pushing from this crash building.
What the fuck?
They do get shot out, not realizing where it was from. I think it was Playboy on the top of hospital. They are approaching 2 minutes. We're seeing Jourdain going for that res onto Chawi. This is going to be huge if they do get it, because Chawi essentially has been able to watch from here, give the call outs. He knows more or less where these attackers are. You're going to see that res come out. Chawi quickly throws shots out. Is going to get Ghost looking over there, not looking toward center burning. Goddess Shinobi going to be able to get that pickup. Now all up to Oaks, just under 2 minutes here in the west. Working on the rotation back to the OBJ. I should say towards, not back to it. But they got to be careful for Chawi. Chawi, again, heat-seeking missile. Once he smells blood, he's out for it, and more often than not finds his mark. Oaks just passing the gas station right now. It's going to be hard to get past Playboy Nug, who does have the higher ground. And again, but Playboy not watching this direction. And Oaks does get low, so he's going to minimize his sound. But again, Chawi
My gas station.
takes him out. Oh, yeah, that's right. Playboy had the kill from the top of hospital. Chawi getting 3. Shinobi getting that kill from center burning. And Battalion showing that they want to win this. Not giving up any opportunity to get ahead. Already up 1 as they go now into Marsoc. Let's hop into the tent. Get their point on the board, making it official in my eyes. No. Regardless of what I do here in the caster seat, it is official. It is there. We know they have won first round. So map number 3. Now again, Battalion is, I feel, more of an aggressive team than Mayhem. And depending what spawn they have, we can see them potentially just hitting this OBJ with such force that it catches Mayhem off guard. I mean, you get 2 good picks off that defense that leaves an opening and you're in and capping. So we can potentially see Battalion ending this next round with 3 points if Mayhem is not careful. But I have no doubt Mayhem's going to hold it down, hold those angles tight, not get peaky, and get themselves a win to end this Battalion winning streak. Gonna see James calling out positions there. Now they definitely get the quicker spawn. Depending when they let shots out, this will let Mayhem know. Let's see Shinobi and Chawi pushing through Crash. Jourdain already up to Broken Wing, taking sightlines onto the top of hospital. But Haywire may have spotted. No, I think they got past his position before he spotted him. Jourdain does spot Haywire there on the stairs, gives the call out to his team after throwing some shots. We're going to see Charlie and Shinobi already push through center burning. This is going to be good. I already know. Oh, and can't forget the overlay. I forget I don't have a... We're all still good. 5v5. I don't... Hotkeys don't work. I forgot. Sorry about that. Chawi takes out Ghost inside hospital. Shots going out from over there in the west from Valix and Playboy out of gas station. We're seeing 3 pushing now. Oaks, I imagine, is going to be hearing this. One good nade from James could get himself a 3-piece. And is that it? Not going to land his mark. Nades out on both sides. Shots going out. Another flash. Great flash. Is going to get both Chawi and Jourdain. Shinobi going to be holding that line, though, while that flash dissipates. Smoke's going out from that west side gas station toward hospital. Smoke. Oaks is going to pop out from underground. Takes out Chawi.
Just killed one at burning. I think I did. I don't think I got the second guy.
And going out to get himself a second kill. Or the confirmation is going to get found by Jourdain. It is now a 4v3. Myth is going to get down Shinobi on the cross.
I just killed somebody at
3v3.5. He is only down. Definitely want to confirm those kills when you can. So callouts can still go out from Shinobi if he spots anything around or on the OBJ. Jourdain working on the rotation here in the north. This is going to be tough for Mayhem. They're not going to be expecting this. Myth getting that confirmation on to Shinobi. Playboy pushing into hospital. Haywire takes out Valix as James. Haywire and James take out Valix. Playboy clears out Haywire inside. James trying to get the kill and does, in fact, clear out Playboy. It is now all up to Jourdain, who has done an amazing rotation. Minute and a half left. Mayhem may not be expecting this. He should be spotting Mithril there. But as soon as he takes that kill shot, James is going to know. I think he's holding tight. And he can't land it. The hit marks above the fence are going to prevent it. And he misses his shots once again. Here comes James. And he gets the kill. And gives Mayhem their first win, ending Batallion's winning streak. Oh, just catching up with the chat. Glad to see y'all talking about stocks. Yeah, I personally use a stock. You know, especially with the long range, I mean, if you're playing cargo or CQB stuff, yeah, freehand does work better, you know, for the flicks and everything. But the stability and the control that comes from a stock, you're keeping those two controllers in line. You don't have the back one moving up and down or around. You know, I don't know. To me, it's definitely needed for this game, as a lot of maps are pretty big. You know, they're not as, there's very few maps that are as small as cargo. What's up, Art? Thanks for first time chatting there. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, freehand and Veil. I feel that. But Mayhem going up now, tying it here in the third map. They are now going to be on Marsok's side. If they get a cap, you know, let's hop on out for that ad. Sorry, my Spotify ads. Yeah, if they get the cap out, that'll put them one away from victory and that much closer to that championship match. All right, we are going to be looking at Broken Wing OBJ here. James already taking out Chawi.
When they saw one cross, they're going to push out the bit.
Does let his team know that he only saw one cross that street over in the west side. So to expect more of them pushing northwest. Getting great call outs there from their captain. He is going straight for it. Has already cleared out most of the south and is in the hospital, or right outside the hospital. Meanwhile, the rest of his team still coming around the north from the west side. I imagine we're going to see them slow it up, let everyone get into position before they continue their next push. Let's take a gander up top, how they are spread out. Yeah, as soon as we see that center and upper north come around, I have no doubt we're going to see this attack take place. Sorry, I did not get any predictions out there for y'all. And possibly, throw this up right here and get y'all one real quick. Oh, yeah, team names. Thank you. There you go. Sorry about that, Wolf God. Yeah, I always forget the team names. That is a problem. We're going to see, again, Mayhem just getting into position. Setting up this prediction for y'all. It's not compliant with our content guidelines. What? Well, for some reason, it's not letting me do the prediction because the name is not compliant with our content guidelines. Oh, maybe Battalion. Yeah, it was Battalion. Their name is not compliant with Twitch, but the prediction is up. Again, we are still sitting at a 5v4 as we hit a minute and a half. Mayhem has come around now in the north on the west side. They're gonna be doing this push. No. Okay, sorry. Anytime now. Jourdain taking out Myth. Does spot Myth there in the top of hospital. He is only down, so again, he can give those call outs, and that's a great position to be downed in. I have no doubt that is exactly what he's doing.
I'm down. Hands on down, ground ready.
Down, no, you're not.
No, I
I
mean,
don't know
I'm
why this is popping up. Goes throwing shots out toward James. Does get the res as Shinobi takes out Oaks. Gets the confirmation onto Oaks. 37 seconds left. Seeing Mayhem getting held up here in the hospital from Valix. They have made their way around Playboy. No, Ghost taking out Jourdain. James clearing out Shinobi, but Shinobi gets the refrag as Valix takes out Myth and Playboy. Takes out Ghost, getting Battalion their second win. That one came down to the wire. I think maybe they lost track of time for a second and then ended up having to rush there. It seemed like the ones that pushed to the northwest maybe were lagging behind a little bit. Not being laggy, that's not what I said. It's not, like they were just maybe needed a little bit more pep in their step, but I have no doubt they were expecting Battalions to get pushy on that defense, as we have seen a few times before. But Battalion going up now 2v1, 2-1 here on our third map decider. If you are just joining us, what's up, Sri? Glad to have you here with us. Zone Killer, everybody, glad to have you here. If you are just joining us, you see there, Mayhem took map number 1. Battalion answered back, did not lose a single round in map number 2, even won the first round of our third map, and now have won the third round, putting themselves 2 away from victory. They are going to be on Marsite now, so if they get that cap out, that is going to be a win, and they will be going on to the championship. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Alisher. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, the watching can sometimes get a little redundant, especially if the teams are moving a bit more slow. It's hard to, keep it entertaining for everyone, but hopefully it's enough to keep y'all tuned in and watching. We are going to be hopping back on out as the teams are ready to get this fight on. It is now going to be Mayhem's turn to defend this OBJ. Battalion getting the spawn there in the southwest. James calls out south as he gets taken out by Charlie. Ghost gets gets shot.
Yeah, we are left out.
Ghost realizing that they are keeping this south road cleared to push into the hospital. We are not going to see a slow push here, more or less, from Battalion. See them already taking up all of the south side. Chawi right across. Smoke already going out on OBJ from Playboy Nug. Great smoke indeed. Another one coming out from Jourdain is going to block the view there, allowing Chawi to get up into center burning. Nade going out, not going to find the mark onto Jourdain. Oaks spots Chawi, can't land the shots. Chawi too quick for Oaks, is going to get the kill. Barely a minute passed and we're seeing Battalion causing so much chaos here for Mayhem on the OBJ. It is a 5v3. All of Battalion up. As Haywire, though, does take out Jourdain, and Myth drops Valix there from Crash Building, now making it a 3v3. Playboy spotting Myth in Crash. Can't land the shots. Myth on the rotation. Charlie spots Haywire also in Crash. It is now up to Myth and Ghost. Ghost spots Charlie peeking up from the plane. 2v2. Playboy taking out Ghost on OBJ from that south side, is going to rotate to the west. It is now all up to Myth, who is not by the OBJ. If Goddess Shinobi keeps him busy, Playboy can, but Shinobi is going to get the kill on to Myth, getting Battalion their third win, and now sitting one away from victory, one away from going to the championship. Yeah, I definitely see the different play styles from both teams. One a little bit more aggressive and right to it. The other one spreading out, being more methodical, pushing in at the same time. You know, it's, again, they both work. It just depends the timing and what falls in line for you. And right now it's all falling in line for Battalion, as they are only one away from taking the match tonight and going on to that championship round. Get their score put in. Whew, man, they definitely make it interesting. This one too is a very spicy OBJ. There you go. It's the South OBJ Battalion. Is it not Chawi? Is it Chewy? I know there's a Chewy, like an actual Chewy OG player. So I figured it was Chawi. Mayhem getting the spawn way up in the north. Calling out that he did get a kill onto one, but I think there was a drop. Yeah, it looked like we do have a drop there from Jourdain. That's going to be a bit devastating for Battalion, as they will be going into this now a 5v4. Oaks does clear out this center burning. That should allow the rest of his team to push on up behind him. Looks like Haywire is going to be holding back, watching for that flank, as well as James working on that north flank. Should be running into Chawi. Chawi, we have seen do great things on his flanks. James should be running into Chawi here any moment. But Chawi is going to be going underground. So that will leave Playboy Nug exposed to James when he comes around there in the east.
Yeah, east, sorry, 10-4.
Chawi taking out Ghost. from underground. Oaks looking for that refrag. He's going to throw pre-fire into the hole. Shinobi taking out Haywire. Pushing there from Broken Wing. Charlie is essentially pinned here in Tank Courtyard on the north side. And James called it. Playboy Nug was exposed there to the east. James gets that pickup. Is going to make it now a 3v3. Charlie realizing he cannot get this, and there is one flanking, is going to rotate back out. So now James has to be careful for Charlie coming up behind him. But James working on a great rotation here from the dunes. Does have Valix and Shinobi to contend with, as it looks like they are all focused here in the southwest. But James, surrounded by 3 of the defenders, gets taken down. It is now a 3v2. 2 minutes left. Looks like Myth and Oaks are going to start their push here from the west side. Now they got to clear out Shinobi. But Charlie's going to be a hard one to contend with. He is out there. He's looking. He's moving around. Myth spots Valix there in the post office behind hospital. 2v2. Minute and a half left. Mayhem looking to stay in this. Don't want to go home yet. Oaks holding that angle. May work depending where Charlie rotates, but it looks like he's going to rotate to the dunes. Myth, if not careful, is going to get spotted by Shinobi. Does draw out that fire. Oaks putting suppression fire onto the staircase as he moves around back. Shinobi dropped down, pushed onto Myth, took him out. Oaks pushing the OBJ now. But Shinobi, looking back, is going to find the pick and gets Bataillon de Batards the win, and they are going to the championship. There is your kill count. Again, we had a drop, unfortunately, but they were still able to pull it off. And that's... Someone clip it. Quiet, James. And yeah, that is it. That is... What clips the first part? Bataillon takes it. It seems after that first map, they realized that no, we are not going to lose this. They buttoned down. They secured the second map, came out there, and although they lost one round in that third map, they were able to pull it off, got the victory, and they are in fact going on to the championship to face off against Latin Force. Sorry about that. Got the ads popping up. Let's get their point on the board. Making it official. Some great plays going out from both teams. Again, GG's to both of y'all. Thank y'all for coming out here and putting this on for everybody at home. Want to give a huge shout out and thank you to everyone in the chat that did join us and stuck it out through all the little hiccups. Hopefully it got worked out in time for everyone at home to stay tuned in. Also want to give a gigantic shout out to our sponsors, OnwardVR, Caveman Studio, 9line Apparel, B Haptics, G Fuel, Degenerate Decals, Boba VR, Proxymat, Kiwi Design, and iStock. Again, thank you for your contributions to the league, allowing us to put all this on for everybody. Y'all are killing me in the chat. I did not call them laggy. Them laggy. Anyway, thank you, everybody. This is where we will be signing off. I'm going to drop y'all with one of our sponsors yet again. I saw y'all talking about stocks. You know, not many people have the stock. It can be a little bit out of the price range for some, but I cannot advocate for them enough. I do have their newer stock, the Apto 3 Wasp, the one that is being advertised here. And the adjustments that you get, like say if you don't like the way something is on one of your other stocks, you can't really adjust it too much. You know, there's only so much you can move things around. This one, they're limitless. The amount of adjustments you can do, it blows my mind. You know, so definitely take another look at it. Check them out if you know you're interested. MyMootVR.com. And after this ad, we will be in it. Thanks for that follow, Snooper. Definitely hit the follow if you haven't yet. That will give you the notification of when we are putting on matches and when we have, you know, new ones coming up. Again, want to touch base on our Echo VR finals that will be taking place in the Vertex Stadium. If you missed it, that will be taking place on January 28th, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Vertex is a virtual stadium where you can watch your favorite esports being played live in VR. So you're there with, you know, all your friends and everything, and you're watching it. It's like you're in a stadium. If you haven't heard of it, definitely check out the latest episode of Esports Report where Nutmeg talks about it. You know, highly recommend that you get into this because even if you're not an Echo player or fan, you know, I think this is going to be the future of esports entertainment. So again, check that out. January 28th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. And this will be it. I am your caster, Fog Cabin. Again, the Bataillon, the Batards win it and are going on to the championship to face off against Latin Force. I will be seeing y'all later. And yeah, here is our great sponsor, Mahmoud. Peace, y'all.